What's going on, true believers? Welcome to another episode of One Shot. I am your host, Jacob, and this week was massive. Just another massive week. It's like these comic book creators don't care about my wallet at all. Um, but I can't complain. There were some really good stories out there this week. Being the spooky season, I really enjoy the horror side of comics. And there were a few really good stories like that. Uh, but this artwork came in one of my Comic Tom mystery mail calls. Just wanted to showcase that a little bit, as well as this. I don't know who this is. Um, it kind of reminds me of Dream from the Sandman series a little bit, but I'm not quite sure. But I just wanted to showcase those a little bit to start out. And let's get right into it because, man, we got a lot to go through. I'm probably not going to touch on everything, but I'll give it a shot. Starting off with Image Comics' Second Chances, issue number 3. I love the cover artwork. The artwork inside is pretty decent. It's all black and white. But this issue, it's more just backstory than anything. Nothing really happens. It's just backstory about the two characters that we've seen in the last two issues. So nothing major. It's not bad, but so far it hasn't been anything super memorable or special. But there's something there. There's something there that keeps me intrigued, keeps me buying, and I'll probably buy the next one too, just to keep it going. But at least there's some really great cover art. Crossover issue number 9. This issue I thought was really good. The dialogue was really good between the characters. Even though nothing really happens, we're learning more in this issue. We're learning possibly why there's a comic book character out there killing comic book creators. Won't spoil too much on this one because it was a really good issue. But this, as you know, I've said with Donny Cates, he starts out great and then kind of tapers off. And then sometimes he does something that gets your attention back. And that was this issue for me with Crossover. Again, this series has been pretty good overall. Batman: The Long Halloween Special. I know I have not yet read the original Long Halloween. I have it downstairs, a big black and white book format. I have not yet read it. I know. But I read this issue and it was really good. Batman it's kind of like younger Robin days, younger Dick Grayson days, where he's still not very trusted as far as being able to do things on his own. And Batman kind of has to put his trust in Robin a little bit, as well as Harvey Dent, which he doesn't want to do. But overall, I thought this issue was really good. And now that I've read this, I have to go read the Long Halloween original story. We Only Find Them When They're Dead, number 9. This one was okay. I know I've said this series has been it started out great and then just, I don't know where it's going. And I still really don't know where it's going, but at least there was a little more excitement in this issue. The god or whatever they want to call him, that they built this religion around, the people that have broken into this facility, they stole the body. Essentially, there's like rockets on it or something, and they're using it as a ship to fly. I don't know where. I don't know why. The story is a little convoluted for me, but it was a little more excitement, and it's got me wanting to read the next issue to see what they do with this body. But overall, the series is kind of just okay. It started great and is now just kind of meh, but this issue picked it back up a little bit. Wonder Girl, issue number 4. Again, kind of another decent issue. The last issue was just kind of okay. We just following her around doing nothing much. But this one, we kind of get more backstory on her training, what's her real purpose and things, and what's her motivations, and it kind of ends on a cliffhanger. It will she or won't she scenario, and I'm really happy with this one. The artwork is really good. I love it. Um, the color is really good. The story is pretty decent, I must say. Can't really say that about many DC or Marvel books for that matter, but this one, I recommend hopping on Wonder Girl. Amazing Spider-Man 77, still following Ben Reilly, working for the company, and he's a little on the fence about what he should do. Well, should he be working for this company, even though it's giving him a pretty decent life? But his girlfriend, I think it's his girlfriend, is kind of pointing out it's more of a cage. And I think he's starting to waver a little bit of working for this company because they want him to be in contact at all times. He can't go rogue and shut his mic off to basically protect Peter Parker's identity. But I'm enjoying the series again. Still, this issue was kind of a lull issue, but I'm happy to see where this one goes now that we've got some decent art and writing on it. We Don't Kill Spiders, issue number 2. So in the last issue, it was kind of like a mystery noir style novel with Vikings. So there was this berserker that's kind of hunting things. He's more of a detective, and everybody thinks this witch in town is causing all the town's problems, which the detective is like, no, there's no evidence of that at all. And he brings the witch in to kind of help him investigate. Turns out that there is possibly another witch out there that's causing trouble in the town. But the townspeople are kind of cursed. They turn into werewolves or bears or something. I'm not quite sure. And they think that it was caused by the good witch. And so they're trying to kill the good witch. But the berserker is protecting her and is very adamant about hunting for the rightful killer. This story has been really good. The artwork is really good. I'm super happy with this one. We Don't Kill Spiders. If you can find the first issue and the second issue, hop on that. This is Moon Knight. I can't remember what number issue it is. But Moon Knight is kind of at odds with himself. He doesn't like the Mark Spector side of himself because Mark Spector he feels is mostly worthless. But he is being attacked by somebody who got all of his banking information and is essentially deleting all of his money until he does what he wants him to do, which he starts out doing, and then he eventually finds the guy and is like, has all of his money deleted, and he's like, I don't care. Money basically doesn't make a good hero, and that's what I'm going to be. So he thinks that, I guess, the money is going to hinder him somehow. So he's kind of getting back to grassroots, which is kind of interesting. This is the first Moon Knight series I've ever really hopped in on, and I'm enjoying it. The artwork's great. The story is not too bad. Pretty good for a Marvel book. Robin, issue number 7. So Robin, he's still doing the tournament thing, but now he's got his own agenda. Now that he's found out why they want them all to fight and die on this island, there's a hidden agenda. It's not just a, for sport type situation. And now Robin's trying to stop the tournament and all the killing and especially certain people from winning. He wants to win the whole thing, I guess, so he could put a stop to it. We find out who some of these people are. I won't spoil too much, but they're known to Robin, what their identities are. Overall, this series has been amazing. I've been on it since day one, and I'm so happy I hopped on this series. This series has been great. If you're not reading Robin, highly, highly, highly recommend it. War of the Bounty Hunters, IG-88. Even though War of the Bounty Hunters is over, there are still tie-ins to the story coming out. I don't know if that was just a poor scheduling issue or whatnot, but overall, this one was a really good one. I liked getting into the mind of IG-88. In one of the issues, I think it might have been a Darth Vader book, IG-88 tried to kill Darth Vader, and Vader wound up tearing him apart. But there was another bounty hunter that commissioned him to be put back together, and to kill Boba Fett, I guess, or find Han Solo again. We're getting into the psychology of a killer robot, which was rather interesting for me. But the story was really good, just following IG-88 around and having him contemplate almost existence, it seems. It was really good, though. Nice little one-shot. Darkhold Blade. I did not like this one as much as I liked the Iron Man one. I guess the world in this series is everybody is either been turned to a vampire or is food. And the mutants no longer are mutants. They either turned into vampires or they turned into humans again. But Blade is just, I don't know, going around killing people. He's just kind of like the boogeyman or something. I don't know. Wasn't as enjoyable as the Iron Man. Iron Man was so much better, especially being more horror oriented. I don't know what this was trying to be. If I were a vampire, I might be scared. I don't know. But not that great. Hopefully the other ones in the series are going to be more on point. King Spawn, issue number 3. So Spawn is been hunting, I don't know who, I can't remember the guy's name. He was from like issue number 5, which I have not read any of the really older Spawns. I hopped on around the 300s. And there's a boy's soul that's trapped, and Spawn is, fights, and the boy wants him to put on this crown to become the king, and he winds up getting the crown on him in the end. I don't know. This series was okay. This book was alright. The action was good. I don't know. It was just okay. Not as it didn't seem as good as the main story to me. But you know, I support Todd McFarlane. Which brings me to this book, Spawn 323, which was way better. Probably my pick of the week. And that cover, that artwork is amazing. But this book, Spawn gets attacked by this clan of vampires, it seems like. Spawn's kind of weak, and the vampires are trying to, I guess, summon him to do somebody's bidding, and Spawn summons enough energy to take out their leader and raise a ton of zombies to like rip apart a bunch of vampires. It was a great book, but he knows he doesn't have the strength to continue doing this at that pace, so he's gonna have to get smart real quick. This book was really good, and the artwork amazing, the writing's really good. I don't know what else I can say about Spawn. If you're not on it, get on it. It's still $2.99, one of the few books that are. Probably my pick of the week right there, Spawn. And I'll just show a few of the things I got from the Comic Tom mystery box here, in case you're interested. Superman 42. One that I thought was the really cool cover, Thor 18 with Throg. That's an amazing cover. Not too sure what this is. Little Guardians. It's definitely an X-Men giant-sized issue homage cover. And a cover that is absolutely amazing. Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1. Fantastic artwork right there. And I'm trying to remember what this issue was, but I got the white and black Virgin variant. They did a black and white, which is like a reverse negative, I guess. And I got the other one, which is really cool. Alright, this book I got for $1, and I absolutely love the cover. That's the only reason I bought this. Alex Ross drawing Crypto, the Dog of Steel. So majestically standing on top of a building. Absolutely love it. Huge fan of dogs. And this one would definitely go on my wall if I had more wall space. And I wound up buying the Sensational She-Hulk #2. And #5. I was bidding on like 2 more from the same buyer. My local comic shop has a eBay, and I buy from them and pick up in the store all the time. But I got outbid on 2 of the lesser priced ones, and I paid less for the higher priced one. I don't get it, but that's alright. I'll find them someday. And another thing I picked up, X-Force issue #2. This is the second appearance of Deadpool, since the first one is astronomical. There's no way, not being a huge Deadpool fan, I would ever pay for that. But this one, $8 for his second appearance, why not? And the big buy this week was Wolverine #1. Beautiful condition. Paid quite a pretty penny for that one. And they have 2 and 3 in the shop as well, which I may or may not pick up. We'll see. But that is all I have for you today. Thanks for stopping by and taking a look at what I bought, what I think of comics. That really makes my day, seeing your guys' comments. And if you want to, leave a like. If you like the video, leave me a comment. Tell me what you're reading, what I should be reading. I'm always open to suggestions. I know I don't typically lean towards a few of the more popular series, but I'm always open to reading more. Uh, but, as always, thanks for stopping by. Join us next week for another episode of One Shot. And as always, have a good day.